This is Terra Luna's second largest burner. When you think about it, it's just been 1 week. I suppose 50 million Terra Luna Classic was burned, followed by 50 million Classic, and so on and so forth till they had a total loss of about $150 million. The Terra Luna Classic. Guys, I believe this was a $15,000 burn in a single day that happened yesterday. Consider the possibility that they are not required to do so. And I get why people are purchasing the token and eating it up because they want to see something bad happen to a classic. When it comes to burning 150 million Terra Luna Classics in one transaction, it's hard to imagine anything worse. When you put it in context, it's hard to believe that 15,000 people were killed in a single incident. What these people are accomplishing is just remarkable, and I'm confident that they'll be able to keep on for a long time. Then I'd like to say this. The Shiba Inu coin community is another example of a project that starts off promising but quickly loses its luster. Make sure it doesn't fade away. The lunatics, or horrible, are the ones you're backing. Our tiny classic is always backed by the classic, right? However, if you're still supporting the lunatics token, it will continue to do so indefinitely. Right now, they're accomplishing fantastic things for the classic. Also, a lot of tokens are being used in the process, so I'm in second place since I've been burning a lot. Mexi Global, a controlled exchange, initiated a campaign where they were burning trading fees for a full month at the end of May or the beginning of June, and I believe there are somewhere in the mid-500 million lunatics who could pass it today if they wanted to. So they are somewhere around the 534 million mark. At 300 million, the lunatics token is the second most popular, and Luke Dao is in third place. According to my calculations, after burning 269 million tokens thus far, whether you're burning 10 million tokens or just 10 tokens, you're still helping to reduce the quantity of the currency. And it's something that won't happen overnight, as we must recognize. It must be long-lasting and scalable. Nobody will come out and burn $500 million worth of Terra Luna Classic in one fell swoop. So we need that long-term approach. So we need to make sure that this is something that we can continue for a long period of time so that we can see the price or not the price, but the supply of Terra Luna Classic decreasing and the price thus rising. Price is now the subject of discussion. The crypto market as a whole has been on a roll recently. It's all a mystery to me because it doesn't make logical sense. I'm going to say so right now. The 9.1% inflation rate in the United States that we received a few weeks ago was not only more than predicted, but it was also a steady rise in inflation. That's not good. Now that's a negative sign on 2 counts. It exceeded expectations and is continuing to rise. There was a 75 basis point hike in interest rates, which was in line with forecast. Despite this, the market appreciated a 75 basis point increase rather than a reduction. You should go for a walk. Risque investments typically perform worse when interest rates are on the rise. GDP figures were released just a day ago. There is no recession, regardless of what you call it these days. In a recession, there's a decrease in growth, a decrease in economic growth, a decrease in growth. And that's exactly what GDP is all about as well. So, we're going out with 2 consecutive quarters. Honestly, a quarter of GDP decrease would indicate that the economy is in freefall. It's in a recession, which is the antithesis of growth. For the second quarter in a row, GDP fell. As a result, the economy is in a downturn, and the cryptocurrency market is rising. Luna Classic, Terra Luna Classic has continued to rise in the rankings. So, guys, some of these advantages seem more emotional than logical to me right now. They don't make sense in light of the current state of the market and economy. In other words, if you don't find a way to rationalize it, you are going to lose control and go insane. Moreover, it appears to me that investors, particularly crypto investors, have had enough of the recent drops. Even if these improvements are not sustainable, the prices are too enticing to ignore. People have been waiting so long for prices to drop that they're eager to buy. And that's exactly what we're witnessing. If people get back to following the fundamentals and the economy, it's entirely possible that things will turn around. To find out if it happens or they merely get through, we'll have to see what happens next. I'll see you later, guy. There's no need to apologize to you. Even if people continue to buy despite the current state of the economy, it is impossible to imagine these advantages lasting and increasing. but I'm curious as to what the rest of you have to say. Let me know what you think about the Lunatics token. Now that this 2% burn, or 2% distribution, or even their 4% tax is in place, it's working. Other tokens could be able to jump up as well. Maybe, like with the Shiba Inu coin, people can open little shops and start enterprises to sell Turner Classic movies and music. And I'll add that the retro gaming community is thriving right now, and it's only going to get stronger. Rather than giving up, it appears that many are actually trying harder to restore. In Terra Luna Classic, the 1.2% burn tax appears to be just around the corner, and I couldn't be more thrilled, because all of the 500, 300, and 200 million burns that we've already witnessed will be nothing in comparison.